Hello language lovers, hello travelers, I hope you're doing fantastically well. Today we're going to talk about the documents that need apostille in connection with visas for Portugal. The Hague Apostille Convention of 1961 allows legalization of documents between countries parties to this convention. For countries that are not parties to this convention, the legalization of documents may be complex, involving Portuguese consulates and embassies. So the first thing you need to check is whether your country is part of this convention. Again, it is called the Hague Apostille Convention of 1961. Now, do not assume that your country is party to this convention just because it trades internationally or it is an overall open country. You see, Canada and China only signed this convention as recently as 2023. The UAE, which our lovely Dubai is part of, has not yet signed the convention. Having said that, this convention can be signed at any time. And quite frankly, the tendency is that more countries are adhering to this convention as cutting red tape becomes a priority. So my guess is that the remaining countries will follow suit sooner than later. An apostille is a certificate issued by a governmental authority that certifies stamped signatures or seals on public documents for international use. And here lies its difference to a mere notarization. Notarization is issued for local national purposes, whereas apostille is issued for international purposes. For notarization, all you need to do is to go to a notary or to a lawyer. Apostille, on the other hand, is issued by a specific governmental body. For example, in the UK, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office is responsible for apostille. And in the US, it depends on whether the document is federal or a state document. Documents issued by a US federal agency must be issued by the Department of State's Office of Authentications, but you first need a seal from the issuing federal agency before the Department of State can add an apostille. As for documents issued on a state level, the Secretary of State's office specific to that state is responsible for issuing an apostille. Which documents typically need apostille? Birth and marriage certificates, academic diploma certificates and transcripts, police certificates, power of attorney, corporate documents like articles of association, certificates of incorporation, and so on. Some documents will need notarization before apostille. Examples thereof: academic certificates, diplomas or transcripts, bank letters, income statements, power of attorney, employment contracts and other private agreements. Now, regarding these three last groups of documents, it will really depend on the countries involved. Some countries are really corrupt to the point that some issued documents may not be legitimate. Secondly, an apostille is fundamentally the recognition of stamps, signatures, and seals, and not the whole document. This is why it needs to go through a notarization through which a document is analyzed thoroughly. Many countries are adopting digital apostille nowadays. If that's not your luck, do what you gotta do e boa sorte com todo o processo. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, comments, please let me know in the comments section. If you have any suggestions of topics that you'd like me to cover, let me know as well. Have a lovely evening and see you on Friday.